Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for another beer review. And you are probably thinking, if you watch me regular, my God, does he ever change that top? I do change it, but very rarely. Well, I do. It does get washed, but it's only ever on my body for an hour, a couple of hours a night, if that. So I'm not completely smelly sod. It will probably go in the wash this weekend. And I may even give you a different look at some point as well. Hair's looking a bit big as well. Need to get that trimmed. Right, we are back with another beer review. I still need to sort that bloody creaky chair out. And the beer we are looking at is a beer from my local brewery, Stonehouse Brewery out of Oswestry. And this beer actually got an award before it was even sort of officially released at some beer. Maybe it was a camera thing, I don't know, but some beer competition won gold. And what we've got is a bottle of their Saturnalia. And it's a winter porter coming in at 4.6%. Lovely artwork. It's nothing kind of Christmassy about it. It's just a standard porter, but I think just because the time of year that they've sort of released it, it's going to be there over the winter. Lovely artwork, great brewery, Stonehouse, 500ml bottle, coming in at 4.6, like I said. I think what it was when I bought the case, normally I buy lots of their beer financially at the moment. I'm trying to be sensible. So I only bought a case of mixed beers, but I got the ones that I hadn't reviewed. This is one of them. I think it turned out about £2.80 for a bottle. The bottle is still cold, even though it's been out overnight and it's been in the house. Obviously, I don't have the house raging with heat because I get quite warm anyway, but it still feels like it's got a chill. But I'm going to say this is going to be sort of room temperature-ish. There's a load of stuff on the back, so if you want to pause that, zoom in on it. But it's all going to be decent stuff because they do decent beer. There's no bullshit. So I'm going to stop talking. Let's get it cracked open, see what we get. I'm going to put it in the old Stonehouse Sidelines glass. Not their new fancy one. I'm going to put it in that one. So let's give it a go. Now, I have had this before, so it's no surprise. I know it's going to be decent because I've had it. So, but it'd be interesting to have it at sort of like the temperature that I am having it. There we go. We'll go to there. On tap, it's obviously sort of chilled and cold, probably too cold. Some of the ones I have had have been literally just come out of the fridge. This one has been out for a long time, so this should be at perfect temperature. Now, you look at that. I'm not going to say there's no light getting through. I don't want to say it's jet black, but it's definitely as dark as you're going to get it. Always has that sort of brown sort of look to it. I think these sort of beers. Tan head. Generally lovely small bubbles, poured nice. Not seeing any carbonation go up, but I know there's carbonation in there. There we go. Looks a decent drop. So let's give it a swirl on the nose and see what we get. Oh, chocolate. Oh dear, nose in there. Chocolate, roasty, coffee. But it smells like a really nice sort of subtle coffee, not that really overpowering kind of bitter one, but it's got that sort of sweetness to it. Maybe that's like the chocolate and the coffee kind of thing mixing. There is a touch of bitterness on the nose. Roasted malts. If you really give it a good sniff, you probably get a little bit of dark fruit in there as well. But it smells banging. And not one single hint of artificialness in this beer, which is something you never get with Stonehouse anyway. I've got a feeling there's going to be some clumps in there that come out in the bottom. There could even be some coming in there now. We'll see. We'll see. There's bound to be it. No, I didn't swill it too much. Didn't swill it too much, but yeah, last time I had one, there was some clumps come out. But the beer looks stunning. It smells very good. Stonehouse Saturnalia and their winter porter, 4.6%, a gold winner at some award thing. Can't remember which one it was, but let's dive in, give it a go. Cheers, everyone. Oh. Good, honest, quality beer. Is it too warm? No. I think you're getting more out of the flavour from it. But I'd like a little bit more carbonation in there, just a touch. That's no criticism of it, but I think I would like a little bit more of that. But let's crack on with what I normally do. I'm feeling that carbonation more there now. Body of the beer, 4.6%. It's not massively heavy beer, let's be honest, not that ABV. But it has a good body, has a decent body for the ABV. Now, you wouldn't expect nothing massively chewy or heavy from 4.6, but this delivers delivers enough in body for that ABV. Lovely and smooth. Carbonation is there in the background. You sort of hit with smoothness, softness with no carbonation, and then it just hits the back of your palate and you just feel it. It's really small bubbles, very nice, lovely mouthfeel to it. Smooth, pretty soft, easy drinking, glides down the hatch. I reckon if this was a couple of degrees colder, this would be even better, believe it or not. Although all the flavours coming out now, I just think with that touch of extra chill on it, like I said, this has probably been out for 24 hours, sort of at room temperature, so it is quite warm. I think a couple of degrees lower, pardon me, I think would actually make it even better. On the taste, roasted malts, chocolate, coffee, little bit of bitterness. I think there's dark fruit notes in there. For me, I'm feeling them sort of come through now, more on the back end. I think it's all roasted malts, coffee, chocolate to start off with. And then as that fades, it just leaves you with that sort of dark fruit, berry kind of note, a little sort of bitter twang to it from that, but not a nasty twang that you get with some sort of drinks. It gives you a subtle sort of dark fruit, sort of berry note, like I said, with that little bitterness. It's an absolutely cracking drop, it really is. It's one thing that they do well, and they don't do a lot of them, which is porters and stouts, but they seem to do them really well. They've got the dark force they've had out. They've done I'm trying to think, probably basically the same sort of beer as this, but they released one last year, again, winter porter, Christmas porter, but it was just a standard porter, but just really robust, really sort of full in flavour. It doesn't feel thin in the mouth at all. But it's definitely a style that they seem to pull off really well. 4.6%, no sign of the ABV, but there's an awful lot of flavour in there, like I say, and it's probably punching above the ABV for flavour wise. Goes down a treat, and ideal for this time of year with the weather. Obviously, sun is minimal these days. It is getting that little bit colder. It's a very comforting beer. And it's you know, although it's not one of them sort of imperial stouts or anything that's big and heavy that you sip and chill and just enjoy maybe one of, this is also one you could just enjoy one of, but it's also one you could have 2 or 3 of and sit there at night, and it's just a comforting beer. You'll be in your house, you'll be nice and warm, you'll be cozy. This beer, for me, hits the spot, and yeah, there's none left, and I've got a frog in my throat, so I'm going to end it now because I keep going. So if you are lucky enough to be around the Oswestry area and get yourself manage to get down to Stonehouse, I would definitely recommend giving that a go. Try it on tap. Tap will be a bit cold, be a lot colder than this, but I'll definitely recommend picking some bottles up to take home. If you've had the beer before, Let me know your thoughts on it. I can't help but recommend the brewery and that beer. It's a massive thumbs up. If you've had the beer, like I say, let me know your thoughts on it. If you've enjoyed the video, pardon me, some gas coming up. If you've enjoyed the video, give it one of them. If you're enjoying the channel, give it a sub. Massive thank you to everyone who is still watching and any new subscribers, much appreciated. I'm going to end it there. You enjoy the rest of your Thursday night, which is the day that I'm doing this, not the day it's necessarily going to be released. And I will see you again soon on another one. Cheers.